Yo, what's going on, you guys? It is CJ Brand, and we're back once again with a brand new tech review video for you guys today. Today, we're going to be taking a look at this robot vacuum cleaner, and honestly, I've been waiting to purchase one of these, honestly, for the long run, pretty much ever since they came out. I've had like an iRobot before, and I really didn't need it at that time just because I didn't have my personal space, but now I have my own apartment, and it's like, okay, cool. It's 1,089 square foot, unit. I kind of can use a robot vacuum to get into the areas of like, where I may not be able to clean up with, with my standard vacuum cleaner. So we went ahead and found this right here on Amazon. And honestly, this robot vacuum cleaner was priced at $199.99, but I caught it on sale today for this $89.99 USD dollars at the time of making this video. So I'm actually kind of curious to figure out, how this vacuum cleaner will operate. And also on top of that, will it be able to clean the areas on where I personally cannot clean myself? Because today is going to be my cleaning day. It's Friday. I like to reset on my Fridays, because on Saturdays and Sundays, I got to lock in and do all my homework before Sunday at 11:59, man. But let's go and get into today's video. Let's go and get this robot vacuum cleaner unboxed. All right, and today we're gonna be just doing a quick, simple unboxing. Honestly, not gonna do too much heavy, top rigs and all that stuff. Just want to make this video, easy as possible. But inside the box itself, let's go ahead and pull this thing out. Comes with its own little tray. Now I'm hoping that everything is going to be in the tray, which it looks like it is. So that's absolutely perfect. Taking off the top layer of cardboard here, and we do get I'm gonna call this a before use. Oh yeah, these are the quick start guides right here from Lefant itself. So that's pretty cool. I've actually never seen this type of, documentation before, but I think it's going to be cool. Especially since it's a robot vacuum. So we'll put that to the side. We also do have our user manual packet right here as well. So that's also going to be useful because, like I said, recently I've been getting products, not reading, and almost crashing out because I don't know how to set it up. So we're gonna make sure we actually learn how to set this thing up today. Now inside this vacuum right here, we do get us on like our own little docking station that does come with it as well. And I'm kind of curious to see if this thing right here will charge it up for us, which I'm hoping it does. Yeah, it looks like it has the charger right here. And then we got the two little prongs right here that may hopefully, charge it up, even though it does say robotic vacuum cleaner charging base. So yeah, we got a charging base, so that's going to be very much useful. Inside the case as well, we do get our charger for it as well. Now, of course, this isn't going to be a USB-C vacuum cleaner, so it is going to come with its own little pre-packaging that we will have to use, which that's cool. We'll put that to the side because that's the boring stuff. And just want to check to see. There's nothing else it looks like in there. Actually, yes, there is. What is this right here? Oh, I'm gonna call this a vent, or maybe a filter. It's a filter. It's a vent. That's crazy, bro. Your boy be tripping. Anyway, let's go and get to the robotic vacuum cleaner itself. Yeah, it's kind of heavy. But actually, I ain't mad at it at all. I really ain't. But let's go and check this out. Oh, okay. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I thought this was a black one just because that's what it shows on the package and everything. But I ain't even mad at it, honestly, because I didn't even see the options for colors at all. But hey, this actually will still do its justice right here. So we're gonna put that to the side because I did see we got something else up in here that I do want to show you guys too. And let's go ahead and see. Hold on, we almost getting all that. Let me put that to the side, bro. I got too much stuff in my hands. These right here are the sweepers, it look like. I call these the bristles of the actual vacuum itself, so it can go ahead and pick up all the little, the dirt and grime that it's going to need to do so. I wanted to see if we actually have some already here. No, we don't. So we just got to mount some on here. So it looks like we got to mount 2 of them on here, but then you go to get to keep 2 of them just to be on the safe side, if anything does, happen to it. But yeah, let's go ahead and finish setting this thing up right here, because I do know that this thing right here is compatible by the actual application that comes with this program right here. And then if you also do have like a Google Home or an Alexa, you can also use those 2 products as well just to go ahead and get this thing started. I personally don't own anything as far as Google wise. I have an Alexa somewhere, but I don't use it all day, man. I had to go lie. Like I wanted to use it, but nah. But let's go ahead and get this thing right here hooked up real quick. All right, cool. So I went ahead and got the little two sweeper things, you know, plugged into the bottom of the actual robot itself. And like I said, honestly, the goal of mine was me purchasing this thing just to go ahead and clean up, you know, certain areas where I couldn't do it at. Also on top of that, I recently put a rug in my dining room, and I'm starting to realize that the broom that I have and also the vacuum that I currently have cannot get like the stuff out of the carpet. So I want to know if this right here has enough suction power to do so. Or did your boy just buy him a terrible rug? Or was it just stupid for me to even put like a somewhat fluffy rug in the dining room in the first place? I kind of want to go with the last option, but yeah, so now what we're going to do is let's go ahead and navigate to our phone, because we actually want to go ahead and download the application for this real quick. And once we get the application downloaded, I'm pretty sure what's going to happen is this product is going to boot itself up and everything. It's going to, you know, go ahead and find out what it needs to do. But then also on top of that, I need to take a look at this pamphlet right here, because I'm pretty sure this is going to tell me everything I do need it to do. So yeah, let me go and get this hooked up and we'll jump right back in. All right, cool guys. So I went ahead and got the camera off the tripod itself, just because we actually are on the application itself right now. Went ahead and got this thing set up, it looks like. So now one of my biggest concerns in my house is that I have a step, and the step right here is going to cause issues I already know for the vacuum cleaner itself. So I'm trying to hope that I can set up, you know, like two different room spaces, one for my actual living room itself, and then I can manually move it into the kitchen. But I think that what I want to do is I kind of want to keep the vacuum cleaner in the dining room area, because that's where it's going to be mainly used. And if it's in that area, then they can get into, you know, in and out the rooms and all the good stuff like that. But we'll see how that's actually going to work, because I don't know if that's gonna work. But anyway, like I said, moving over to the actual app itself. So right now I'm actually on the home side. We have the Lefant M210 version, and it's currently about to die. It's on 26%, but we can actually go ahead and hit it into start cleaning mode or either recharge. And then if you guys do see, we can actually go ahead and schedule tasks for this robot as well. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the enter mode and just see what it may do. Okay, cool. So that was right there with just like the first portion of it. First thing I wanted to do, that's cool. I can actually go ahead and do it in manual mode. you actually got a fine robot mode on here too. That's crazy that people actually be losing these things. But anyway, let's go ahead and hit the start cleaning option and look at that thing work. Let's see, I got enough trash that looks like on the floor, so we'll follow it. Let's see what it does, man. So far it's pushing stuff away. Let me back up. And then it's going back home. Wait a minute. Hold on now. Oh, do you see trash up there? I'm like, yeah, I left enough crumbs on the floor for sure. But so far, I don't think it's picking up anything. I think it's just, yeah, it's moving stuff away. All right, cool. So we are actually back right now. So I actually got the vacuum in the background still cleaning up. Just waiting for that thing to go ahead and finish up doing what it got to do. It may be a little bit loud, but I highly doubt it. Right now in person, honestly, the vacuum, it isn't loud as a traditional vacuum. And it's not quiet either, you know, but it's like a, it's a balance. You feel me? I look back, I'm like, what's going on right now? I got this big old wire in there, and it's probably dragging the wire around. So let me go ahead and fix that real quick. All right, you guys, so we are actually back. So I actually got the vacuum still cleaning up in the background right now. This one needs to go ahead and finish doing this big old scan that they got to do for the first time use. The vacuum is actually currently on 16%. But yeah, we're going to see what it can do right now. But while I was actually using the vacuum, I was able to go ahead and do a little bit of, you know, looking on the box and the manual and stuff. This is going to tell you guys about a couple cool specs that I did find out about the vacuum itself. So first thing is this, the waste bin on this right here is going to be at 500 milliliter. So therefore, on the actual vacuum itself, it recommends that you actually clean it out within like every 3 days, but that's also going to be depending on how often you actually use the vacuum, and then also on top of that, how dirty that environment that you are in, you know, such as like crumbs and y'all know what I'm talking about. I ain't finna sugarcoat nothing. How dirty it is, bro. Like if you're super dirty, man, you know you're gonna have to clean that mug up every day. But if you know somebody that's cool, because I think I'm very cool. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think I'm cool, but I'm almost getting there and everything. That's why I got the vacuum too, just to help your boy clean up a little bit more. But yeah, it recommends to clean it out every 3 days. But if you don't have that much of a mess at all, you can obviously clean it out probably every other week or every week or something like that. It really just depends. One other thing too, you want to make sure that you guys do not have any like things that's in the actual robot's way and everything. Like I got this table right here, and this table right here is like actually kind of blocking this viewpoint. Even the chair that I'm sitting in is blocking this viewpoint. Sometimes, you know, whenever it was trying to come over in this area right here where I have my camera set up, it was actually running over this table that's actually sitting in front of me that you guys seen earlier. It was running that over, which it didn't cause any issues at all, which that was cool. But yeah, you know, that's just some things to keep in mind. But it's like basically the vacuum can't do the impossible and everything unless they actually make like a very small, super small one, which I don't know if anybody can, but hey, check it out. I don't know. But yeah, that's cool. But anyway, let's go to move on now. Now, here's a cool thing about this vacuum cleaner that I found that was very interesting is that it has a 190-degree viewing angle. So there's like 9 different sensors that's actually on the front part of it. And I actually forgot to remove one of the freaking tags on there. So I guess one of the sensors could be blocked. But yeah, make sure you guys actually go to follow everything and remove the actual tags as well. But I actually like the fact that it does have the 9 sensors in it, and it does give us a 190-degree viewing angle. That way this thing actually can do what it needs to do. Now, I don't think that there's a need to have a 360 viewpoint unless there's a vacuum that has probably 6 different sweepers on it, so for it's cleaning up that whole entire area in circles versus doing what it's doing now, which is making like, you know, the little zigzag lines or some stuff like that. Also on top of that, the clearing angle that this thing does have for lengthwise is going to be up to like 280 millimeters, and as far as height, we have at least about 79 to 80 millimeters at height range as well. So I think that's actually very cool as well. I don't think nobody really has anything that's, well, we actually have a lot of things that is low, but I mean, hey, y'all know what y'all got to do and everything. You probably can't clean it up, so go ahead and grab that broom and, you know, put it up under there. Like I said, if somebody has a smaller one, I like to see that. I like to see how that operates. Now, if we go ahead and switch gears over to the actual application itself, right now I'm currently looking at my settings screen. I'll back out real quick so I can show you guys what I was looking at. So right now I have the home screen. If we even back out and go to our application for the Lefant vacuum system itself, right here on the home screen, we actually get to see how many vacuums that you guys may have in the home if you have the same exact product, or if you just have that one vacuum, exactly what it's doing. So on the home screen right here, we do see that one, you can see my last clean time. Also, we get the scheduled tasks, but as you guys also see, I'm on 14% for the vacuum, so therefore it's not, you know, it's not going to be able to do anything. It actually just died, and it's going home. It's moving super slow, but hey, I don't blame him. But so yeah, we get to go to start cleaning. Like I said, we get to see our last clean time, the scheduled tasks. We get the enter mode and also the stop recharge and the recharge mode, and then you get your battery section on here. But if we go ahead and hit the enter option, this pretty much is going to just open up the actual overview of the actual the vacuum itself. So therefore, we're going to see like a bigger image of like what the vacuum is actually seeing as far as like, you know, scanning our overall area. And then also on top of that, we get to make adjustments. One of the cool things on here is, well, I love the fact that it is a robot, and you know, when I hear the word robot, I'm like, okay, cool, we should have a controller. This thing should not be able to move just by itself. We actually get to go ahead and do a manual mode as well. And like I said, I can't do too much just because my stuff is dead right now, but you know, in the later days we'll be able to do it. But on the manual control option, you're actually going to be able to go ahead and manually vacuum the actual house itself. Also on top of that, I'm pretty sure that you can go ahead and set the vacuum to clean up how you want it to clean up. So, you know, if you don't want it to take the short routes, you can actually do longer routes, or if you want it to not clean vertically, you could do horizontally. You should be able to do all of that stuff with inside the app as well. You do get a robot upgrade tab as well. Now on the upgrade tab, that is just for like firmware updates. I thought it was like, oh yeah, we get to add like a certain mod on the freaking, you know, vacuum that make it go faster. Nah, bro, it's just firmware updates is going to be on there. So ain't nothing too fancy to that. Then you got the more settings option right here. And this is once again, firmware updates, find your robot, the smart voice assistant, product information. You get to unbind the robot itself. And then there's a bunch of other, you know, knickknacks and things that you may need. So yeah, I think the application itself is pretty cool. I actually think the vacuum actually is pretty decent as well. You know, if I actually move some of these things out the way and actually, you know, take some time and set the actual pathway of how I want the vacuum to clean up, I think that this right here would be very beneficial. Doing it by itself is cool, but it runs into its own issues, like running into like the tables, the chairs, you know, stuff like that. But the good thing about it is, even though if it do hit stuff, it doesn't knock anything over. It has its own sensors. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to do all that. So that's pretty cool, man. But yeah, that's pretty much all we do have in regards to this vacuum. So I'm trying to see if I have anything else, but no, I think that's pretty much it, man. I do want to know, like, would you guys go pick yourselves up your own robot vacuum, or would you guys like to continue vacuuming yourselves? Let me know down below in the comment section, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.